How you doing, people? Robert here, aka Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. I'm going to do this video, right? This is relating to how sheriffs are picked in Scotland, so people understand this, right? The First Minister, John Sweeney, made his recommendations for appointment on the basis of the report of a Judicial Appointments Board for Scotland, right? The Judicial Appointments Board in Scotland is an independent advisory public body with the role of recommendations for individuals for appointment to judicial offices within the board's remit, including Judge of the Court of Session, Chair of the Scottish Land Court, Sheriff Principal Sheriff and Summary Sheriffs. The First Minister has statutory responsibility for making recommendations to His Majesty the King and is required by statute to consult the Lord President of the Court of Session before making his recommendations. Right? Now, in 2024, people, and also 2023, the salary for a sheriff was £157,705 per annum. In 2025, the salary is now up to £167,705 per annum. Now, I want to give you a couple of meanings, right? What is the meaning of statute? A statute is a formal law or rule, whether it is enacted by a government, company or other organisation. A statute is typically written down. Local governments can pass all kinds of statutes or written laws to govern their citizens. Right? It doesn't magic word citizens. That's what you get when you register to vote. Then we've got another legal definition. What is the correct meaning of statute? Number one, a law enacted by a legislative branch of a government, right? Private corporation, basically. An act of a corporation or of its founder intended as a permanent rule. Permanent rule, people. Rule and law is two different things. The difference between legal and statutory requirements. Legal requirements encompass all law forms, including statutory laws and other regulations, directives and judicial precedents. Statutory requirements, these are a subset of legal requirements confined to those obligations directly specified in the statutes, right? And that's what I'm saying when they say law, offence. Law, there has to be a crime of corpus delicti with harm, loss or injury, property damage or fraud within a lawful contract. Offence is an infraction of a rule of a private corporation, such as Scottish Government, Westminster Government, Irish Government and Wales Government, right? They're private corporations. Everything is private corporations. I've done some research into these appointment boards and commissions. I can find the biggest majority of them in Dun and Bradstreet. They're all registered as private corporations, registered in Dun and Bradstreet, trading for profit on an international database that's covered by the United Kingdom, the entity, and also the United States, the other entity, right? This isn't just a wee stupid thing. This is an international database, right? Now, the Judicial Appointments Board is an independent, right? It's supposed to be a public body. Well, it is independent. It's not to do with the sovereign man or woman, the people, right? It's a secret legal system, legal society. Now, I've done a search in Dun and Bradstreet and other places looking for this so-called appointments board. Can't find it in Dun and Bradstreet, right? I can't even really looking in Company House. It's Dun and Bradstreet I focus on because that's the main one right now. But what I did do with help with one of my guys that helped research for something, it's registered at the same postcode as the Legal Aid Board. The Legal Aid Board is supposed to be an independent body, public body, but that's registered in Dun and Bradstreet, trading for profit as well. The Law Society of Scotland is registered in Dun and Bradstreet, trading for profit. All the conduct authorities relating to regulate these corporations are all registered in Dun and Bradstreet. Like the court services registered in Dun and Bradstreet, trading for profit. Scottish Government, Scottish Parliament, etc., etc. None of these are sovereign. They're all private corporations robbing the people, stitching the people up. We, the people, are nothing to do with this legal system, legal society. But when you fill in the paperwork, register to vote, you become a citizen. That's where the problem lies. And people say statutes and acts are only given the force of law by consent by the governed, right? Well, as soon as you register to vote, you've already consented, right? You're already part of that legal society, legal system. So make no mistake, don't be deceived, and let those be deceived, right? Now, these are all corrupt organisations, companies that screwing the people, robbing you for your equity, robbing you for your property, robbing you for your money in the bank, stealing your sons and daughters, stealing your homes, stealing your cars, your property. They don't work for the people. They work for the corporations, and the ones above is pulling the strings. So make no mistake, people. Sheriff, judges, sheriff principal, judicial appointments board, law society, legal aid board are all fictitious entities, fictitious names used to escape liability. And again, as I've said time and time again, no man or woman representing these private corporations, right, corrupt corporations, will come forward in his or her private capacity under full personal liability, even under commercial liability, under a charge of perjury, and raise a claim against another man or woman. Because, firstly, everything, statutes and acts are all civil law, and they come under contract law. So there has to be a contract in place, either in the private side or the corporate side. Private side with a man or woman. Corporate side with a man or woman represent the corporation, and that will never happen. This system is based on presumption and assumptions. Corporations are running your lives, people. Corporations are completely controlling your lives with fear, coercion, and that's a crime in law. But people still sit back and take it because they're obviously happy to take it and be bullied. I don't know. I think we're near the end game, because it's came to my attention recently. A couple of people applied for their passports and it's came back digital. And it's my understanding the 15th of this month, all passports are going to be digital. So much for people shouting about say no to passports, digital passports. Well, that didn't work. Say no to the ULEZ. That didn't work. It's a waste of time, people. People are too busy in their lives. Their lives are too comfortable, and that's what the problem is. But at one point, it's not going to be so comfortable, because they're trying to railroad this digital bullshit across the board. Lands of Scotland, England, Ireland, and Wales, and beyond, worldwide, right? This is a control mechanism. And it's terrible that people are sitting back and letting this happen. Now, the sheriffs is picked with these recommendations are picked for sheriffdoms. Examples are Glasgow, Paisley, Dunbarton, Greenock, Fife, Edinburgh. That's sheriffdoms, different jurisdictions. It's all different jurisdictions. And as I said before, if you stay in Glasgow and commit a crime in Edinburgh, it'll be Edinburgh Sheriff Court you go to. If you commit a crime in Edinburgh and you stay in Glasgow, it's still Edinburgh. The crime will be attended to. Vice versa. Doesn't matter what area you stay, if you commit a crime outside or an infraction area outside these jurisdictions, but you stay in a different jurisdiction, the one that you committed the crime in is the jurisdiction that will deal with you. The only jurisdiction that has authority over the whole lands of Scotland, the entity known as Scotland, but the landmass of Scotland is the High Court, Court of Session, right? That's got open jurisdiction. That covers a whole lot of their lands. So be clear on that. I'm going to carry on shortly with more videos relating to the court system, as I said before, and show you the conflict of interest, how this works, what happens and what doesn't happen, and how you can be arrested for failure to appear even though you're in there, right? This system is corrupt to the core, people. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the elderly. They don't care about the sick. They certainly don't care about the deprivation and poverty, because it's this system that's causing it. And it's terrible that people are allowing it. I don't know what it's going to take for people now to act. We're in dangerous times of control. It's also came to my attention that they're supposed to be going to set up a toll on the Clyde Tunnel. So you're going to have to pay to get through that at one point. But the point missing, everything belongs to the people, right? Everything is paid for by the people, not the corporations. The corporations have not got two tuppence to hang together, right? It's all debt. Mega debt that you're paying, a debt that you don't owe, right? And it's terrible. You still don't get what's going on. Anyway, I've just done this wee kind of short video with a couple of wee definitions flung in and how the sheriffs are picked. Remember, these sheriffs don't work for the people. There is no justice system. It's a corporate place, a business system to extort money for people for fines and penalties, and also make money when people are put in prison, because they're all private corporations as well. And one prime example is Berlin prison. Okay? It's terrible. But, yee-haw, what can I say? Remember, people, never trust people that represent a legal system, legal society. They're all paid liars. Never trust people or believe people that represent a legal system, a legal society. They're all paid liars and challenge everything. But the problem we have right now, very few people are challenging anything apart from the people that's woke up. And that's sad to see and sad to hear. Please share this information. I hope this information can enlighten you how these Mickey Mouse kangaroo court sheriffs are picked, and that there is no justice in this system. Get the information out there, people. I don't know. Sometimes I think the information we're putting out there is just a waste of energy, a waste of time. It's sad to see and sad to hear again, people. But anyway, I'm trying my best. But obviously, my best with other people's best is not good enough. All I can say is, if people don't comprehend and understand what's going on right now, God help us. Because these people that's just sitting back letting this happen affects people that's fighting against the system, because you're dragging us into something that we don't want to be part of. And that's not acceptable by any means. Anyway, people, I'm going to leave it there. And once again, thanks for letting me be heard. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for sharing the information. Take care, be safe, and hopefully speak soon. Bye-bye.